Hello everybody and welcome to my first ever unboxing video here on D&D Blender. A friend of mine was given this as a gift and they gave it to me in order to do a quick review of it. As you can see, this is an RPG starter box set called Animal Adventures. So let's open it up and have a look. So, nice solid box there. Okay, so we've got some very nice maps here. So it looks like we've got the forests and the sewers here. And then on the back, we've got mission, first floor, and mansions. Oh, mansion first and second floor. So some very nice and highly detailed maps for the adventure in here right off the bat, which is pretty impressive. How do I fold this up? There we go. And here we have tokens. Hang on. So it looks like we've got... Oh, I see here. So we've got, these are the different enemies. We've got a Wraithbone, a Dr. Krankenstein, Goblin Nappers, and Zombie Rats, as well as some cages and potion tokens. So I'm guessing so that you can remember items that you've got, which is always a useful thing for beginners. We have this very nice book to kick it off with. Oh no, this is a DM screen. Oh, look at that. So you have a very nice DM screen here, which gives you the idea, it gives you a rundown of combat, the monsters, special abilities, AC, nimble escape for the Napper Stick, melee, attack +4 to hit, reach 1 square. So this isn't exactly D&D, but it's sort of close enough to it. It's very easy that you can adapt it over. And as you can see here, you've got the special abilities of the special characters, which we'll get to in a moment. But we have Solon, Chantilly, Brianna, Kai, Elvis, Whisper, and Molly, who are a warlock, fighter, paladin, cleric, bard, sorcerer, and rogue in that order. So what do we got here? Chantilly can do +2 damage when using one weapon. Second wind, yep. Half damage once per adventure. Oh, dodge resistance, okay. Okay, so it actually gives you like the full basic rundown. So as a DM, you can know what the your players have got for the pre-built characters, and then the random potions table, and then the tokens. So what these things do. That's actually pretty nifty. I like that. I'll just set that up over here. There we go. Then we have the character sheet. So it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the idea behind this this game is, as it's called, it's Animal Adventures. So all the characters are animal based. But they're all pre-made and set up for it. So as you can see here with Kai. Kai is a cleric. Oh, hang on. Kai is a cleric, armed with a mace, so he has +3 to hit. Okay. So basically what they've done with this, you've got all your stats down the bottom here. Has the mace, the bite attack, equipment, studded leather, rope, 4 torches, and flint. Yeah, -1 to initiative, speed. So rather than doing it in feet, they've just reduced it down to squares just to make things simpler. So, but you can easily adapt that into standard D&D. So 6 squares, that's 30 feet. And then we have special abilities. Shake It Off. Once per adventure, you gain advantage on any saving throw of your choice. Blessing of the Good Mother. Once per adventure, you may choose any number of friendly animals within 6 squares. Each creature affected may restore 1d4 hit points immediately. In the lap of the Good Mother, you are filled with the strength of your god. You may add your proficiency bonus at the start. So your starting hit points are already included. Oh, okay, right, cool. And then you've got your spells, guidance, light touch. You touch one object for 1 hour. Yes, that's just light. Guiding bolt, cure wounds, and charm person. So yeah, all standard D&D spells there. You attempt to charm a humanoid. You can see within range. Human DC 15. Yeah. So this is very much just Dungeons and Dragons. It's an unofficial 5th edition expansion. So you get all of your character sheets for all of the different characters. So the sorcerer, the rogue, the fighter, the paladin, the bard, Elvis. I love that. Look how cute she is. The warlock is Persian cat and Kai. All right, and then we have the adventure rulebook and adventure. So basically, there's a basic explanation about what a role-playing game is, example of play, advantage, disadvantage, combat, next steps, and then it shows you how to prepare the adventure. This is all very simply done and made, so for anyone who doesn't really know anything about Dungeons and Dragons can get a good handle on it, but also anyone who does know anything about D&D, it also explains how this version of the game adapts. So the adventure is called the Curse of Dr. Krankenstein. Adventure synopsis. The journey begins with the party traveling through the apparently pleasant and friendly woodlands around the village of Wolfburg. The village is famous for its annual celebration of animals, the festival of the furry friends, and the party are traveling to take in the sights and enjoy the festivities, or at least that was the plan. On the way to the village, however, they are ambushed by a group of goblin nappers. The goblins try to carry the player characters off to Dr. Krankenstein's secret lab, but our heroes should overpower them easily enough. After defeating the pesky goblins, the player characters find evidence that their ambush and attempted kidnapping was arranged by the dastardly Dr. Krankenstein, who just moved in to the nearby mansion. The player characters can infiltrate the doctor's mansion through the sewers, although on their way through those dank and stinking tunnels, they'll encounter some of the Doctor's more successful experiments. Zombie rats and the terrifying Wraithbone guard. And the terrifying Wraithbone guard this entrance and provide a trying ordeal for the bold animal adventurers. But battling their way into the mansion allows them to explore the Doctor's horrible laboratory, track down the madman at the center of this weirdness, and put a stop to his experiments once and for all. And it has GM tips. Scene 1, setting forest, map forest, summary. The playing characters are ambushed by Dr. Krankenstein's nappers. Yeah, so it gives you setup for all the different encounters, as well as, what's this GM tip here? Plunging your players into the action is the best way to get them quickly into the story and into the role-playing of their characters. Let them be cool and inventive. And if you're unsure of any rules, just decide which attribute action and set the appropriate DC. And it has the rules for the appropriate DCs over here, I believe. Yes, there is. Very easy, medium, hard, very hard, and nearly impossible, ranging from 5 to 30, just like in 5th edition. Whoop, hang on, just like 5th edition. Yeah, so... so there's actually a whole bunch of additional miniatures that you can get from Steamforged up the back here. But the cool thing about this as well is here it gives you your basic set of dice as well as the miniatures of all the different characters. So let me just... the sword and everything. Is this going to focus or not? Oh, there we go. These are going to focus. Alright, so we have Chantilly, the fighter. Pretty cool little miniatures, actually. Like, nice detail. This one is... come on, focus. There we go. This one is Kai, Kai is the cleric. So he's got his little torch there. All of his equipment. This one here is Molly. Hang on. Who is the rogue? See, he's got the ninja star on the tail and all the rogue equipment. This one is Elvis the Bard, who's the Cocker Spaniel. Oop, focus. There we go. This one is Whisper, who is the sorcerer. This one is Brianna, who is the paladin. So he's got the, hang on, focus, the knight's helmet and the big sword. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, a big sword and helmet and everything. And we've got Solan, who is the warlock. Focus. There we go. Yeah, Solan the warlock. And then, of course, you've got the custom dice, which have little paws on the high number on each of them. So the natural 20 on this one is represented by a paw, whereas the 1 is on there. But yeah, so there you have it. Like I was saying, it's a pretty good little starter set for an alternative way of playing, and it has like all the basic rules for 5th edition, so you can very easily just migrate across to 5th once you finish playing through this particular adventure. Even to the point where it may not have the rules specifically for the class, but you can just, you know, improvise that however it is that you want to do it. But yeah, so this is... So, anyway, there you have it. The Animal Adventures RPG starter set from Steamforged Games. I can definitely recommend this just as a basic starter set for something a little bit different rather than having to use the standard core Dungeons and Dragons set, as it gives you some very nice maps and some very good starter miniatures. And if you want to continue on that way, you can. Otherwise, you can just branch out into your other Dungeons and Dragons. It's also very easy to adapt to any 5th edition module, really. You can just change the animals into people and continue it on that way. I was just looking on their website. Apparently, there are expansions to this as well. There is the Animal Adventures Secret of Gullet Cove core games, the Animal Adventures Tooth and Paw expansion, the Mutt and Bailey and the Legend of the Golden Crab expansion, and I think that's it. There's also a bunch of miniature expansions, like there's the Animal Adventures Dungeons and Doggies Fetch pledge, which gives you a whole bunch of dog miniatures. I'm not sure whether it has rules specifically for the characters within that, but there it is. So if you're looking for something a little bit different to get yourself into D&D or even introduce some younger people into it, yeah, check it out. Animal Adventures RPG starter set from Steamforged Games.